Oh, yeah. I don't even know how many years ago that was. Well, whenever he moved to Corpus Christi. I don't know if I ever met him. He said he has come down for some visits before he moved, and I don't remember if I met him then or not.
We met him at first at Annabelle Baptist, and that was about 2008 or 9.
I met him first at
Bill's.
Bill's. And then I didn't know he was going to start going over to Annabelle Baptist, so it was a treat when I saw him in the pews.
Okay. Harley, how do you know Dr. Bob? Harley, you're frozen.
I have lost myself. This is Bob.
Oh,
there you go.
Hang
yeah,
on.
Things lock up once in a while.
Okay. Tell us how you know Dr. Bob.
Well, I first met him at Bill's house. He had a special meeting where he shared his vision, and it just lined up with everything that I was seeing too, and it really enthralled me. And then of course CLQ, ABC, and then a few meetings at y'all's house.
Okay. Now, Alan, you have great history with Dr. Bob. So tell us how you know him all the way from Scotland.
Yep. Well, I came over as one of the medical students who followed originally Richard Cothra. And I was fourth in line for that one. And that was in 1978. So
wow.
Yeah. So that was 42 years ago. And since then I became a doctor, and I'm now retired from doctoring. And I came over to Texas in 2007 and met Bob at Athens. Originally it was Sulphur Springs, was where I first met him. But they moved to Athens, and I met Jay there at that time as well. And then the next time I came over was Corpus Christi, and we were over there twice. And that was about 10 years ago, I think, maybe 9. So, and we've been in contact quite regularly since about 2006, 2007. So that's me.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alan.
I was always curious.
Oh, all right. You don't know. Okay.
Where in Scotland do you live, Alan?
Okay, I used to live near Glasgow, which is on the west coast, and we've now moved to the east coast, but it's only about 70 miles, so it's not much difference, not compared to the west coast and the east coast of the United States. Yes, it's quite it's about difference of about 70, 80 miles, but the climate is quite different. It's very much drier over here. We don't get the prevailing Atlantic weather systems, which bring a lot of rain to the west. It's rained out by the time it gets here, and we're now sweltering in 72-degree heat.
Alan, something you may not have known is that in the United States we have an East Coast and a West Coast.
Yep.
And the part of Texas that you came to visit Bob in is called the Third Coast.
Oh, yeah. The Gulf Coast.
The Gulf Coast, it's called the Third Coast.
Yeah, that's good. So.
Well, Bob, it's your turn. You want to practice a little bit on us?
Yeah, I was punching buttons just a while back. Did my picture disappear?
No.
No, we can see you.
But I could hear you, but couldn't see you. So I punched some more buttons, and there you are.
Oh, good.
You didn't go away. Well, I just Harvey, you're the only one that I don't have a close history of. You know, it's not until the last few years it's been a little bit close, but certainly not really close. But the years you mentioned from the very first when I first came to Corpus Christi in 2008, sorry I don't recall you. That, I guess
Oh, it's just a face in the crowd.
yeah, that's to your benefit. You are a nobody. Remember, you know some of my teachings about nobodies. They're the somebodies in God.
Amen.
I
So,
think you might know Harley from SPC on Tuesday mornings, because he and his wife Jane would come to our Tuesday morning meetings at SPC.
yeah, but that's just in the last few years.
Yes.
Yes, I know that. And
And
I've always appreciated the quality of things you had to say and the quality of your silence when you had nothing to say too. Harvey, I've always appreciated it. I mentioned that to Bill and Kate. So when you speak up, I'll listen.
Thank you.
And Bob, just so you know, it's Harley, Harley.
You like a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I knew that. Did I say Harvey or something?
yeah, you said Harvey.
Okay. Okay.
Well,
He'll
Right.
answer to it.
Yeah. I
Oh,
guess
yeah.
you're accustomed to that, aren't you?
Yeah.
one of the things now, Linda and Bob, if you're not familiar with Zoom, have you used Zoom platform before, Linda?
No, I haven't.
Okay, when you're looking at your screen, Bob, you're on a laptop, and Linda, are you on a laptop or a
I'm
desktop?
on my desktop.
Okay, your screen should show you on the lower left a microphone, and beside the microphone it says mute. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. If you click on the microphone, it will mute you, and you will see a red diagonal line. Okay. And so now you are muted. And when we start our calls with Bob, everyone is going to be muted, except Bob is going to unmute himself and he's going to speak. And if you look at the bottom in the toolbar, you also see stop video. If you click on that, then your profile picture, a still picture, will appear. And so, see, there you are, a still picture. And I'm going to do the same thing for mine, and you'll see my still picture. And also the toolbar at the bottom, you'll see a chat bubble with the word chat under it. It's kind of in the middle of your screen, Bob. If you click on that, you'll see another window that opens, and it says Zoom group chat. And any of us can type in a message at that place, where if anybody wanted to type in a question or a comment, you could do that here. You see it says to, and it might say everyone in the meeting. So your comment or question would go to everyone. Or if you wanted to just send it to Linda, or if you just wanted to send a message to William Word or to Harley or to Dr. Bob and Alan. Typically in this sort of thing, we send everything to everyone. And so everyone sees the message. Just like Alan just typed in, hi, y'all. And so anybody can reply back. You can reduce that window you can minimize it by clicking on the little minus sign in the upper right-hand corner. And now you
Thanks,
see
Linda.
you see a little red one there that shows you that there is a message in the chat window. You see also that there are 6 of us that are participating. And now I've, so
Uh-oh.
that's
Okay.
okay.
I made you a little tiny box and I can't get you back full screen. When I closed the chat box, you turned into a tiny little box.
Well, you're changing your gallery view or your speaker view. Up in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see speaker view and exit full view. Just, it's not going to hurt anything to click on these things. We're still in the meeting, and just become familiar with the platform.
It's
See, now just click on it and you'll see.
I don't see any other things besides the mic and the video.
Is it a big picture of yourself?
I got it.
Okay.
Top right.
Just experiment with the view that you want to see. There's nothing to fear. We're now also.
That doesn't go with, I don't know about Alan, but it doesn't go with me. The doctor, they never told us, well, just try something, experiment. They taught us to know exactly what you're going to do first, then do it. So our focus is on knowing exactly what to do first.
Okay.
No surprises.
Okay. Also, Bob, when you look at the rectangle with your picture in it.
Yes.
Okay, if you put your mouse cursor on the upper right hand side of your picture.
It says mute.
Yes, that's how you mute yourself. You can click on that and mute yourself.
And something else next to it.
Yeah, the 3 little dots is another menu.
Oh.
And if you click on that stop video, it will just put your name up there. If you don't want people to see your face, that's what would happen.
You suddenly get bashful or something.
Yeah, if your hair's not combed, or if you didn't brush your teeth or whatever.
Shall I click on stop video now to experiment?
Yes, sir. See?
There you go.
Oh.
How do I get back?
Well, click on the same 3 dots.
Start video. Okay.
There you are.
Okay.
You got it, Toyota.
And it's really pretty simple. There's nothing to be afraid of. You're not gonna, if you want to leave the call, you would press leave, which I think is on your lower right-hand side of the toolbar.
Yep.
Did you hear my phone ring just now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
What do we do about our phones?
Everybody needs to mute their phone before the call. I was just going to say too, as we begin this process, we need to join the call about 5 minutes before our assigned time, so that everybody gets on and familiar and mutes themselves, and then you can begin teaching at the assigned time.
But my computer also talks to me, and so it does that while I'm on this Zoom. It talks to me, tells me I have mail and things like that.
Can you mute that?
I'm sure it is.
No,
It's
no,
okay.
no,
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at this point. I don't want to confuse you anymore.
You know me, don't you?
Bob, we know all ourselves.
Yeah, well, I'm
The other thing that we need to talk about, and I've talked about it with Bob and a little bit with Alan, but the 12:15 time that we had with the conference call is not going to work with Zoom. They assign their times on the hour and the half hour. And so we need to decide on a new time for our Zoom call with Bob, either 11:30, 12, 12:30. 1 o'clock becomes too late for Scotland. So, and the calls are going to be recorded too. So if you miss a call, I'm going to upload the video to YouTube and they'll be made public. So you won't have to have an invitation to see those. But these Zoom calls will be like we're being recorded. I click the recording right now.
Yeah.
So I would not be making this kind of a practice public. It would have an unlisted invitation on YouTube. But Alan, did you have something?
Not
I
me.
do.
Oh, Bill, okay.
Bob was going to say something too.
Oh, Bob raised his hand. Okay.
Is that the appropriate way to get into the conversation about holding your hand up?
Yes, and there's actually a little icon too, but I can't see it right now. Does anybody else see? I think it's in the chat somewhere. There is a way.
Don't confuse us, Kate.
Oh, it's in participants. If you make your participants, there's.
Oh yeah, there's a raise hand in the participants.
Yes. You have to click on the little 3 dots and it gives you a raised hand option. And you'll see, okay, Bob, I see your raised hand.
We'll be looking to hold to 30 minutes again, or if we start at 12 o'clock, are we assigned a certain amount of time, or is that up to us?
It's up to us. Well, we can go longer than 30 minutes. I think if we're going to do a 30-minute teaching and have some discussion and try to work within the hour for businessmen who are trying to get back to lunch and get back to their schedule, that's what I'm trying to, but you can go longer. It's not, we're not penalized. It's not restricted. We could have as many as 100 people on this call. And I don't think my time on the account is restricted. So if you go over 30 minutes on your teaching, it's okay.
Okay, can you see my hand raised on the participants?
I see a hand. Yes, on the upper left-hand corner, I see your hand raised, and
right.
I see Harley's raised up here too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just testing it and I don't know how to get it off.
Click it again, Harley.
Click it
No,
again.
it's me, the host. When I recognize you,
yeah.
I click on it, and that's how it gets lowered.
That's it. Thanks, Kate. Okay. Good.
So this
Bob?
is
Yes,
experiment for me too.
Bob, if you will wait to start your teachings until you hear that Kate has activated the recording. When you hear the recording is starting, then you start talking.
do that. I will do that.
All right, that'll be your cue. Kate will activate the recording and then you start talking.
So, Kate, have we decided whether we're going to use the electronic hand raising, or are we just going to raise our hand? Do we know what we're going to do?
I think
the little 3-dot thing is going to be confusing to some of the callers.
Okay.
So
I'm happy to raise my hand.
That's good.
Raise your hand in your voice. This is Alan. I want to say something.
Yeah.
That's okay with me.
Okay.
I'll tell you something about Alan that you don't know.
Oh no.
This is an announcement to the world about Alan.
Oh.
Alan has never considered himself a writer, but in the last 5 or 6 months, he's been writing for publication, meaning to me, almost every day, perhaps every other day.
Oh,
And he has something to say, and it's from his heart, and it's a biblically organized mind and spiritually submitted mind.
Wow.
And so he
Yay, Alan.
he didn't know, and he's coming into knowing that he's a treasure. The Lord has treasured, and how to say it and how to feel and get across how he feels properly when he writes.
wow.
And so Alan, I just exposed you, and I just want to suggest if you want to communicate with Alan and get on his list that at this point has just one person on it, I would encourage you to.
Me?
Me?
How do you get on a list?
I would need to send you a copy by email.
Just
So-
send, I'll share your email with Alan if you'd like me to. I have
Okay.
everybody's email. What I think I'm gonna do with our the invitation that I send to everybody, I'm gonna go through Constant Contact and create a list that I because if I continue to do it like I've been doing it, there's so much text in the body of an email. Plus there are privacy issues and I don't want to, go there. So I'm probably going to create a list in Constant Contact. So you'll get your invitation from that server.
Hey, Kate.
Anybody else have anything?
Now, is it,
Any more suggestions?
does that come as an email, Kate?
Yes,
Okay.
it does.
It comes to you as an individual.
Okay.
But it'll
Nobody else's email address will be in that email.
Exposed. But it'll have my name on it as the sender. Bob, you had a question.
So each week you will be emailing us the contact.
I'm going to try to have the same meeting ID number each week. I'd like to have everything be the same.
What that means for you, Bob, is that you will use the same email to come to the call every week.
Okay.
So when I send you the invitation, be sure you save it. Save it in a folder in your inbox so that you can always.
I don't junk anything. Everything you've ever sent me, Kate, is in your file.
Oh my. Well, there is one email that I would really like to retrieve. But it's because we were communicating something about Nancy, and I really want to read that again. Anyway, this has been good. Anybody else have anything? Bob, do you think you feel pretty familiar with this?
Well, I just click on that pretty blue letters and numbers and do what the prompts say, and I'm there.
We're gonna practice this again on Monday afternoon.
Yes.
And Tuesday morning, so that it's more than a one-time thing, so that other people would have an opportunity to if they're unfamiliar, they can join in.
Did we decide when we were going to start, like 12 o'clock or what?
No, we didn't decide. We
Okay,
have a quorum here if y'all want to chime in.
Any time with me is okay.
Me too.
I'm pretty flexible.
I say 11:30.
Harley, what do you think?
That's fine.
Okay. Okay, 11:30 it is, Central Standard Time.
Yeah.
Okay.
On what time, Monday? Or every
No, no,
Wednesday?
no. Your
Every
Wed
Wednesday.
your Wednesday call, 11:30.
11:30, okay.
Does that suit the lunchtime workers?
It'll suit everybody because we will end up sending a recording to everybody. Not everybody will make it on the call every time,
Okay.
but we're just gonna email it to everybody as a recording.
And people can join late. There are people who join late, and I'm sitting here, and if somebody even now entered the waiting room, I can see that and I can admit them into the meeting. And I can also set it where everybody who joins the meeting will be muted. And Bob, what that means is when you initially come on, you would be muted and you would have to unmute yourself to speak.
I can do that.
Okay.
Done it often in my life.
So when you come on, you're going to be muted.
Okay.
Anybody
time-
else?
Thanks so much.
What time is Monday again?
Monday is the practice is at 2 o'clock.
Your time.
Yes, which
Okay.
would be 8 o'clock in the evening your time.
Yeah. I can probably manage that, but there's an outside chance I can't. But I'll manage the following day.
Okay.
These are all practice runs, Alan.
Yep. It's all important.
Linda?
Yeah, I just want to thank you for all the work you're doing here to get this, put all this together.
Yeah.
These are miracles.
Yeah, thank you, Kate.
We get to have our Saturday night Bible study.
I know.
But it's international now.
Right?
Because we'll have Diana joining us from Mexico, probably. And Ralph and Jan they're in Australia, so they're not going to try to join us, but he wanted to make sure that it was recorded, and I told him it would be.
I'll tell you something about Ralph and Jam in New Zealand.
Okay.
About a year ago, Jan, they live out in the country. He's a retired doctor and live on what we would call a farm to market road over here. And she walked across the road to the mailbox, and to return, she waited until a truck passed and then stepped out unknowingly in front of a car behind the truck. And she was killed instantly. So the email still says Ralph and Jan.
Okay.
It's only Ralph.
I didn't know that she died. I'm so sorry.
He is a good brother. I've never met him face to face, but probably will soon over Zoom.
Yes, you know, Bob, that you can establish a Zoom account yourself, and you can schedule a meeting with Ralph at a time that's convenient for him. Or he could do the same thing. Any of us can establish Zoom accounts and schedule meetings just like this with your family. A lot of families are having reunions just like this and staying in touch right now during COVID, just exactly like this.
They have free accounts that are just a little bit limited on the kind of time you can use, but
Yeah.
they still have free accounts.
Yeah, they have free accounts, and you can have a 40-minute meeting for free.
If the Lord gives me a full-time electronically minded, intelligent secretary, I'll do that.
Electronic secretary.
Yes.
Well, Ginger did pretty good yesterday.
Yeah.
I bet she might be for hire.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
Well, are we ready to sign off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you again for everybody's attention.
Good.
See you on Monday.
Charlie.
See you Monday.
Okay. Harley, tell Jane hi.
Oh, yeah, I will. Okay.
Okay. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. How do you get